Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and I've been talking about one of my favorite new things that I still feel like falls under the category of retro. I'm talking about Final Faction. This is the line of action figures that has been developed exclusively for Dollar Tree. So you go in and you get the figures for $1. That's it. These are a whole line of characters that have been developed. You got your good guy characters, you got your bad guy aliens, and then there are weapons packs, and everything is $1. So yeah, that's right, $1, Wesley. Wesley is amazed at the prices. So let's take a look. This time we are taking a look at the Shock Arms weapons pack. And these are designed for the Kharn Brute characters. So last time I did a video, I was talking about Kharn Brutes. That's these guys. They have the horned heads. These are kind of the heavies of the Kharn army, and supposedly they are tough and have tough skin, and they're stronger, but they're slower witted. And so now we have a weapons pack specifically geared for the Kharn Brute figures, and you can see that I have given these guys their weapons. So you look at the packaging here, and I love the packaging for the Final Faction stuff. I think that the illustrations are great. I think that the logo design is great. I also love that when you look on the back, it tells you what everything is. You know, if this were a character, it would have a character bio and spec text and everything. So it's really, really well thought out and well developed, and yet it's just toys that you get for $1 at Dollar Tree, which is really awesome. So let's take a look at the different guys that you got here. He is holding, so here you've got him holding, this is the Zapper. And I'm afraid that that's not the best name that they ever came up with. This supposedly shoots an energy ball that jumps from one enemy to another, getting stronger as it goes. I feel like when you've got that kind of a power, then it should be called like the Multiplier, or I don't know, even the Jackrabbit or something, something that says, hey, this thing's gonna bounce around, and hell, call it the Atari combat gun, anything. But the Zapper, the last time that I saw something called the Zapper, it was plugged into my 8-bit Nintendo. Granted, that was actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's the Zapper, and then this is the Core Blaster, and this is pretty much your what do we say, the Street Fighter Hadouken. This is pretty much a Hadouken gun, because energy is going to gather in the core, and then it's going to shoot this ball of energy that explodes on contact. And so it's good. When he fires this, well, okay, maybe he'll fire since I just threw him across my table. There we go. So when he fires, it's going to go Hadouken, and then it's going to shoot out, and then it's going to hit Ryu, and then he wins. So that's actually pretty cool. And here, we'll give him back his Zapper. That way he can play Duck Hunt, because that's important. He wants to play Duck Hunt. Yeah, all right. So there, he's got his Zapper and his Hadouken gun. We'll set that aside. The third weapon that you get in this weapon pack is the Burrower. And this is a particularly nasty thing, at least in concept. It shoots bioblasts that cling and burrow into an enemy attacking nerve clusters. I mean, I just let's let that sink in, both figuratively and literally, because it shoots a bio mass, so essentially like slime that sticks to your flesh and attacks your nerves. It essentially just it's it shoots jellyfish. That's what this does. It's a jellyfish shooter, and you know what? Jellyfish scare the shiznit out of me. And if I already have this thing, which is essentially a kaiju, and it's shooting jellyfish at me, then you know what? I'm out. That's it. I'm out. I'm leaving the beach. I'm taking my Final Faction figures and I'm going home because I do not want to fight a kaiju that shoots jellyfish at my face. That is not cool. And so we've got our light sensing zapper and our Hadouken gun and our Burrower, and that's what these things do. And what I love about this is, so you start out with these brute soldiers that they already come with this thing, which is essentially like Worf's Batliff, combined with the Needler from Halo. So, I can't imagine too many things that are worse than that, except maybe a gun that shoots jellyfish. And so you give your guy your Needler Batliff and your jellyfish shooter, and then you have this other guy that's got the Hadouken and the light sensing zapper, and all of a sudden it's like, you know what? I don't think we're gonna win this war. I'm just saying that if I'm taking bets, all of a sudden, Shift is definitely a badass. She's like Agent May, but yeah, she's got swords. All right. I mean, yes, she can cut the jellyfish when they're aimed at her, and she would do it with grace and elan. But you gotta cut a lot of jellyfish before you get to a kaiju, and then, oh, by the way, it's a freaking kaiju. So, yeah, that it just really enhances these guys. So you get you get one of these figures that comes with this gun, and that's $1, and then you get your weapons pack, and that's another $1. Maybe you get 2 of these, because you might as well have at least 2. I mean, honestly, you want like 6, but still. So you have at least 2, and then you get 3 weapons packs, or 1 weapons pack, and then you divide the weapons between 2 figures. This represents $3. This is $3 to have this amount of misery raining down on the human race. And I mean, in my darker thoughts, maybe I'm thinking, hey, the human race isn't that great. Maybe I do want to arm the aliens that are going to wipe us out with weapons that shoot jellyfish. And it only cost me $3 total to make that happen. I've had far worse investments. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, at this point, if you've watched any of my Final Faction videos, you know that I love the line of Final Faction. It's really cool. It's really imaginative. It's just fun. And so this comes with a huge recommend. If you're passing a Dollar Tree and you're at all curious, go in and pick up some of the figures. You won't regret it. It's less than a meal at McDonald's. So, yeah, Final Faction weapons pack for the brute soldiers. My only criticism, okay, I will say my only criticism is that the weapons are specific to the brutes. And I kind of wish that with all this Final Faction stuff, they had a universal peg size and maybe a universal handle, so that all of the characters would be able to use all of the weapons in some capacity. I want to see Steadfast pick up the light sensing zapper and start zapping whole lines of Kharn drones. Okay, that's what I want to see happen. I want to see ruck with the Hadouken gun, blowing away several of these brutes in quick succession. I think that sort of thing is cool, and I would love it if they figured out a way to make that work. They didn't. It's okay. It's a minor criticism, but yeah, still, if the only thing you're going to do is augment your brutes, it's still pretty cool. And also, great for kit bashing purposes. So, that's my review. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing more of these Short Circuits videos, and also so that you'll know when we're doing one of our live streams, which typically happen every Friday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern United States time. Join in the chat. We'll love to see you. Everybody's a lot of fun. It's a great event. So, with all that being said, the Shock Arms weapons pack for the Kharn brutes in Final Faction, it's awesome. If you've got the brutes, spend $1, get them some nice guns, shoot a squid at somebody. Okay, not a squid, jellyfish. Shoot a jellyfish at somebody. Yeah, I should have that on a t-shirt. Shoot a jellyfish at somebody. I could make that happen. So, this is Clay telling you to keep it Retrobot! Oh, wait, that's the internet view. That's not the closing view. Okay, let's try this again. Keep it Retrobot! Oh, wow. Got it that time. If I'm going to do that, then what I need to do is have it land on our TeePublic page. That way, it's like, I accidentally landed on the TeePublic page. Did you know we had a TeePublic page? There's all these cool t-shirts and stuff. I should probably put it on the TeePublic page. at this point, I'm talking about it. But I'm on the closing, and, now it'd just be like, oh, you're trying too hard. So you know what? If I stop it right now, nobody will even notice.